Welcome back to Media Toothpick. I would like to ask you folks, have you ever really paid any attention to cars and how they're used throughout movies and TV? Cars are so important in film. Sometimes they can even tell a story about the character and the plot of the movie or show.
Some cars are so iconic in some movies they sometimes make a movie memorable, like Back to the Future.
Everyone knows and remembers Back to the Future because of the famous DeLorean. That's a car that made a movie iconic and popular.
Cars play an important role in movies and TV because they could give a character life.
You're absolutely right. Some cars can turn a lame character into the coolest character by the end of the episode or movie.
I mean, how would Cameron Fry unleash his true self if he had never stolen his dad's Ferrari out of the garage?
You see, this is how a car that has been mixed into a plot could make or break a film. Cars used in movies and TV shows are very important. For an example, in sets that are set to be an older time period, directors would use an older car to complete the set and give the scene its realism.
Correct. Cars on a film set are objects that serve as a blank canvas, so that the filmmakers can use the car and give it its own meaning. Some people may ask why Hollywood uses such old cars in their movies, and why do they use them? Classic cars are an essential or an important piece for a set dressing in historic films.
You see, by using old cars for the historically based films, it gives the setting the authenticity that the set would need in order to make the film come to life.
Some cars also give meaning in some films. By using an older car, you would give the depiction of how life was interesting and cool back in the older days.
If you use a futuristic car in a film, you could show the audience a depiction of the future and how it may be like. Some movies have brought some cars to life in the real world, and some persuaded people to buy them. For example, the iconic Volkswagen Beetle Herbie, the talking car, made the Beetle twice more popular than what it was because everyone thought of it as the cool, cute talking car that they just had to have.
Some of the most memorable shows and movies featured a car that made the show or film unforgettable. Shows like Scooby-Doo with the Mystery Machine, Transformers with the yellow Bumblebee Camaro, Jules' 1982 Jeep CJ7 from St. Elmo's Fire.
See, famous cars like these have made a memorable indent in everyone's brain. Famous cars like these have also persuaded filmmakers to use cooler cars in more movies to make even more unforgettable films one after another.
As an audience, we sometimes don't pay close attention to these classic iconic cars that are used throughout some of these amazing films.
We need to start paying more attention to the car that the character drives and how it may or may not impact their lives throughout the film.
As films grow old, we remember those cars that were used and that were made iconic in the world. We remember those cars that made a character and impacted he or she throughout a film. We also remember the cars that gave those characters life and a purpose.
I think cars in film will live on for eternity and will continue to impact us in our movies and shows.
You're absolutely right, my friend. Now we move on to our recommendations of today, featuring famous movies and TV shows that featured an iconic and memorable car. Hello everyone, and today's recommendations will feature famous movies and TV shows that have iconic and classic cars.
That's right, and for our first recommendation of the day, I would love to recommend you all to watch the iconic Back to the Future, featuring the DeLorean.
I mean, how can you not love seeing such an iconic car?
Now, after you've experienced a blast in the past, our next recommendation is a show that ran for more than 15 years. When you've got a problem with ghosts, ghouls, and monsters, there's only two brothers that can stop the Winchesters. That's right, see Sam and Dean Winchester in the Supernatural TV show. This show will have you on the edge of your seat.
But if you aren't in the mood, watch monsters, and want to watch a movie with the family, then put on the movie Herbie.
Now, how can you go wrong with watching a talking car? The family will love it.
Now, for all of you small, cool kids out there, or for you young adults that just won't let go of your childhood, get together and watch the famous Disney movie series Cars.
Man, these talking cars are everywhere. So if you've had enough of talking cars, watch a movie with racing, explosions, and action. I think you guys know where I'm going with this one. Oh, that's right. You can't go wrong with the Fast and Furious movie series.
Now, who doesn't love seeing Paul Walker and Vin Diesel speed race those hot rods?
I got one for all of you cowboys and cowgirls out there. This TV show will forever be a classic. If you love seeing racing 1967 Dodge Charger, then I recommend you watch Dukes of Hazzard TV show.
Who could forget that beautiful orange Charger, a true iconic ride?
As the end of September is near, spooky season approaches us. So, what's better than seeing the wackiest group of people and a dog take on ghosts and monsters? Did I mention that they drive a goofy blue and orange van named the Mystery Machine? I think you guys know what gang I'm talking about, and don't leave out the iconic talking dog.
What's his name again? Oh, that's right. His name was Scooby-Doo.
Right you are. Catch the Mystery Gang take on the local ghosts and goblins in their famous Mystery Machine.
Now, do you kids need a day off from school? Some days are just not the day and you've had it. So why not take the day off from school in style? And I am talking about a Ferrari Spider style.
Just don't let your dad see you take it out of the garage or your toast.
But I know one man who could help you with that, and his name is Ferris Bueller's.
That's right, kids. Catch a day off from school and watch Ferris takes his day off and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Boy, I sure would love a day off in that sweet ride. I'll tell you that much. Just wouldn't want my old man to catch me.
Now, for this recommendation, this wild man drives his car with his feet.
Oh, this one is a true comedy, classic cartoon. I only know one strange character that drives his car with his feet, and that's Fred Flintstone.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Mr. Fred Flintstone and his wild caveman mobile.
Fred and that car are too much. I wonder what kind of engine that thing is running on.
It's probably running on the Cave Dwellers 300 series foot engine. Probably really good on the feet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the day and our recommendations on our movies and TV shows with iconic cars. We do sure hope you guys look into these awesome movies and shows because they are epic, and you and your family will have an amazing time.
We thank you all so much for tuning in today, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
Coming up after this short commercial break, we have a special game show for you awesome boys and girls, ladies and gents out there.
I hope you all are ready for an epic game of trivia featuring classic and iconic cars used in some unforgettable movies and shows.
Get ready and grab your snacks and popcorn. We will be right back with some fun after this short break.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
Knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Stairs. 4 out of 5 college students suffer from fear of stairs. Whether it be to the first floor, the third, or the 6th, the fear is strong. But we need to stop this. We need to work together and conquer these stairs, step by step. So stop taking the elevator, take a deep breath, and take the first step to a new you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Tonight we have an exciting game to play featuring cars and classic iconic cars used in some of your favorite movies and shows. Some are so iconic you can never forget them and who drove them across the big screens. Let's bring out our 2 guests of the night. So I hope you guys are ready for today. Today is going to be full of fun trivia that everyone will enjoy. Let's start off with our first question of tonight. What kind of car was used in the movie Back to the Future?
It's an easy one, man. I think that it's the DeLorean. You know, the car's kind of unforgettable. I mean, the car is just the icon of Back to the Future, right?
Well, my goodness, that's correct. I think we're starting out too easy. What do you guys think? Should we kick it up a notch?
I mean, honestly, let's go. Let's bring on the heat. I'm kind of ready for whatever you got. Let's do it.
All right, Hotshot. Let's see if you can handle it. Hey, you over there. I hope you're ready. What kind of car did Sam and Dean drive from the TV show Supernatural?
Oh goodness, that's a tough one. Wait, I know this. Give me a second.
That's not fair.
Was it a Chevy Nova?
Sorry, that's incorrect. But a very close guess. The correct answer was a 1967 Chevy Impala. But let's go on to the next question and see if you can get this one.
Okay, bring it on. Let's try this again.
Okay. They're ready for it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's give it to them. What kind of car did Paul Walker in the film series Fast and Furious drive?
Let me think. Oh, I got it. He drove a Supra. I know for a fact that I got this one in the bag.
Our guest says the famous Paul Walker drove a Toyota Supra in the film series Fast and Furious. Well, our guest is correct. Awesome job with that one. You know, I don't think many people paid any attention to that during the movies.
Honestly, let's go, because you see, I know this because I love Paul Walker, and I love Fast and Furious. I mean, if you ever watched any of the movies, you would love Paul Walker too. And if you love Paul Walker, then you gotta love his ride, honestly.
You know what? You're absolutely right about that one. You see, this is why I'm going to give you another great question.
You know what? We are ready for it. Just give it to us.
All right, let's keep this train rolling. Now, this one is a classic. There is no way you can forget about this true icon of a car.
Oh boy, bring it on. Let's hear this one.
What was the make and model of the car that was driven in the Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh God, my father used to love this show. That car was a '69 Dodge Charger. Come on, I know I got this one in the bag.
So you're just gonna sit there and tell me that the Dukes of Hazzard drove a 1969 Dodge Charger?
Yes, I am. So come on, let's hear it.
Well, you are spot on and correct, yes, my friend.
You see, I told you that one was down and packed.
You know what? You get bonus points for that one. I'm loving it.
All right, now we're talking. Come on, what else you got for me?
Hey, man, I mean, they want more, so, you know.
All right, let's, almost everyone knows and has seen this show and movie in their time.
Okay, let me hear this one.
What was the make of the Scooby-Doo van, aka the Mystery Machine? Now, even though it doesn't show the make and model in the show, it does in the movies that were made in the early 2000s.
Come on now. Boy, this is a tough one. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. You see, I didn't pay attention to the movie, to that one.
Oh, I think we got him with this one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he's got this one.
Yeah, I think you got me on this one, but I am going to have to guess and say that the Mystery Machine was a Ford?
So you say it was a Ford, huh? Well, let's see if you got this one. I'm sorry, that was incorrect.
What was it?
That was a tough one, but the correct answer was a Chevy.
A Chevy, wow. I mean, yeah, man, I'm sorry about that one. I had a feeling I was going to get that one, but I didn't think it was going to be a Chevy.
That's all right. Shake it off. We got some more for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, definitely. Redemption time. Come on, I'm ready to bring it.
Let's keep this going. Bring on another one. All right. This one is easy. What kind of car did Ferris Bueller and his best friend Cameron take from Cameron's dad's garage?
I mean, like, how can I forget about that iconic red hot rod? That was a Ferrari Spider.
You just earned yourself some brownie points, my friend. That is correct. That's a job well done. And you're right. Who could forget Bueller's Day Off ride?
Awesome, unforgettable day off with a sweet ride. I mean, give me something hard. Like, throw it at me.
Oh, you want something hard, huh? Well, let's bring in this next question. Let's see what you got. What car did the T-Birds work on?
I haven't seen Grease in a while. Oh God, I can't remember this on top of my head. I'm not really too sure about this one, but if I'm gonna guess this time, was it the car a Toyota?
Didn't hit the spot with that one.
Again?
Sorry, buddy. But the
Jesus.
correct answer was a 1948 Ford Deluxe.
Deluxe, wow. Yeah, there was no way I was getting that one. It's been way too long.
Let's make this one comical and easy. Now, if you get this wrong, you are both off the show. I'm kidding. We're all here to have some fun.
Yeah.
I mean, let's hear it. Let's bring it on.
All right. Are you ready for this? How did Fred Flintstone drive his car? Now, come on. Don't get this one wrong.
Come on, like, what do you think? I'm an idiot?
I don't, but if this answer isn't right, I think I might just walk off this stage.
Well, Fred Flintstone uses his feet to drive his car. Now, I know I am not dumb. Come on.
Let's see, you said Fred Flintstone uses his feet to drive. Let's see if we got it right. The correct answer is... I knew you couldn't get this wrong. If so, I would have fell out.
Yeah, there was no way I was getting that one wrong.
Well, thank God. Now, let's switch it up a bit. Let's see if you know your Disney cards.
Oh, I love Disney. Bring it on. I'm ready for this one.
You know what? I love Disney too. So I'm going to give you a question from a good movie. What kind of car was Sally from the Cars movie? Tell me you know this one.
Way too easy. Mrs. Sally was an iconic baby blue Porsche 911.
Oh, you're just moving on up the charts, my friend. Wow, you even gave me the exact model.
I mean, come on. Cars is one Disney movie that you just cannot forget.
That's what I love to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after a short commercial break.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right back into it. Now, you all remember that famous talking car, don't you? I think he went by the name of Herbie. Who remembers Herbie?
Oh my goodness, I do remember Herbie. How can you forget that talking car?
Exactly. And you know what? Since you know and remember Herbie so well, what kind of car was Herbie? You tell me the make and model of the car, you'll earn big points just because I love Herbie.
I got this. I can't get this one wrong because I love Herbie.
So let's hear it then.
Herbie was a Volkswagen Beetle.
Correct. That's some bonus points for that one. Herbie could never be forgotten.
Long forever live Herbie the legend. Awesome question.
Well, awesome answer. But let's make the next one challenging.
I'm all in for it. Give it to me.
All right, let's take it way back a little again. Now, everyone has heard and seen Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah, I do remember the Gilmore Girls.
Now, tell me, what was the model of the famous Gilmore Girls Jeep that was used in the show?
Uh-oh. I had the Jeep pictured in my head, but...
Uh-oh is right. Come on, this thing is iconic. I will remind you that we are coming to an end, so
yeah.
You want to get these last questions right, so that way you can gather your last couple of points.
Yeah, okay, right. If I'm going to say that the model of the Jeep was a Cherokee?
Let's see. He says the model of the Jeep was a Cherokee. Let's see what he got.
Oh. What was it then?
I'm sorry, but the model was a Jeep Wrangler.
No way. I'm mad. I couldn't remember the name, honestly.
That's a good try. But after tallying up the points, contestant number 2, you have won the game.
Yeah.
Contestant number 1, thank you so much for playing. You were great. That's all for tonight's episode. See you guys next time.